Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to rank the legends based on how likely they are to punch you. This is like how likely they are to punch you out like at the beginning of a match, or like punch you at the beginning of an arenas match when they're bored. Just at any time, how likely are they going to punch you? I apologize if I do sound a little nasally today. I am getting over a little bit of a cold, but we're doing okay. We'll be all right. So if you enjoy the video, if you like this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. But let's get started. All right, first up, we have Bangalore. And Bangalore's like not going to punch you. Like, she's a C because of the fact that she has that smoke. And her first priority is not going to be punching you. Or her first priority is going to be landing on the ground, obviously, and just smoking away. If she's near anybody, she might go loot something, or one or two things. But for the most part, she's literally always just gonna smoke and run the fuck away, because that's all Bangalores do anyway, is just smoke around. You know, they're not gonna punch you. The only time they're gonna punch you is if like they have the weapon advantage. Like they might drop and get a good weapon, then they'll kill you. But like that's just not gonna happen, because obviously we all know that you don't get good weapons off drop. It just doesn't happen. So you don't have to don't be scared of Bangalores. They won't punch you. Okay. Bloodhound, on the other hand, that's the next one. They're gonna be an A, because I don't know why, but Bloodhounds are very aggressive when it comes to this. I literally had a game the other day where this guy was just literally punching me for no fucking reason before a arenas map. Like, I don't know why. It's a lot of times it's the Bloodhounds too. Like, the Bloodhounds are always the one that punch you before arenas matches. I don't know why. But anyways, like in Battle Royale, like they'll just drop and they might scan first before they start punching you. But I don't know, there's just they like to be aggressive with that shit. Can't explain it. Caustic is I'm gonna put Caustic at a C. Again, they have their gas canisters, so that's gonna be their first priority. Their first priority is not gonna be to punch you. Their first priority is the gas canisters. So they're gonna throw that one. They're gonna throw that down first. They're not gonna punch you right away. They might punch, like their goal obviously is to lure you into the gas and then maybe punch you from there. But they're not going to. They're just gonna think about only putting their gas down and using that as a shotgun, using that as their like main source of damage. They don't care about punching. Crypto is an F because, well, first of all, Crypto's not gonna be in the fight anyway. They'll be off doing their drone somewhere, leaving their teammates in a 2v3, whatever. They're not gonna be in the fight. All right, so how are they even gonna punch you when they're not in the fight? And second of all, you never see Cryptos anyway, so you're never gonna drop next to one. And if you do, they're probably just gonna pull out their drone immediately and start trying to like kill you with the drone somehow. I don't know how that. I mean, Fuse is a B because Fuse is kind of just average, like when it comes to like wanting to punch. I've gotten punched out a couple times by Fuses, but like that's not their first priority. Their first priority is to like use their knuckle cluster and just annoy the fuck out of you, and then hopefully maybe their knuckle cluster will push them towards you, then they'll punch you. But that's not their first priority. Like sometimes I don't. Well, first of all, I very rarely play with a Fuse, so I never get punched with them out of like when it comes to like at the beginning of an arenas match. But there's just nothing else to say. They're a B. Like, I've gotten punched out by a few of them, but not really that badly. Like, they're not. I'm not worried about them. You know, Gibby, I'm also gonna put in a B because of their bubble. Like, their bubble, obviously, if you get into their bubble, like if you're in their bubble and you're low health, they are going to punch you. That's just how it is. They're gonna fucking punch you. Because that's how Gibby is played. Like, it wouldn't make any sense to not punch you when you're in the bubble and you're low health. Like, they're just gonna do it. It's obvious that they're gonna do it. So yeah, like, it's B. Like, that's the only time they're really gonna punch you is like in the heat of a battle in their bubble. Like, they're not gonna do it at the beginning of a match or before an arenas match or anything like that, because they're mellow. You know, Gibby mains are mellow. They're not aggressive. But as soon as you get them in their bubble, that's a different story. Horizons, I want to put Horizon at a B as well. I think that's also a B because they do like to get up close and personal with their Q, with their tactical. They just like to launch up and like maybe launch into you, similar to like an Octane jump pad. But like that again, like they're only going to do that if they need to. Like if they think it's a good call to come up and punch you, they're not good. That's not their first priority. That's just not going to happen. I will say that I have been, you know, uncharacteristically punched before in arenas match for no fucking good reason. By Horizon mains, but it doesn't happen too often. There's other legends do it more often, and one of those legends is Lifeline. Lifeline's a fucking S tier.
Suck.
When it comes to punching, I don't know what it is about Lifeline. I play her a lot in arenas. I don't punch people, but I feel like anytime I don't play Lifeline, the Lifeline on my team is always fucking punching me for no reason in arenas. It's just like they're bored and they need something to punch before the arenas match or something. I don't know. And then again, like usually when it comes to lifelines, when you get them low, right, you want to rush them because then they're just going to like heal really quickly with their drone. So usually you want to like go up close and personal with them, right? But then sometimes that you fuck up and they get the damage on you and then they punch you. Yeah. Yeah. So lifelines, in the nature of how they play, you kind of just play them up close, and sometimes they punch you. Sometimes they get the better of you, but they're just, I don't know what it is about Lifeline, but they're just aggressive when it comes to the punching. Lobas, I mean, I wish I would get punched by Loba more often. Yeah, who wouldn't want that? But I'm gonna put Loba in a C. Lobas are just too busy, like fucking looting to be able to punch you. Like they don't give a shit. They don't care about wanting to punch you. They just are looting. They don't, whatever. Actually, that being said, I'm going to put them into D because that's just not who they are. They're going to loot for their team. They're not going to punch you. They might punch you in arenas because they're just like, no, don't buy loot. I will get the loot for us. Don't buy heals, you know? But they're not going to do that. Like I don't think I've ever been punched out by a Loba, honestly. It just doesn't happen. Mirage, I'm going to put them into C. Their whole thing is they just want to get a redirect angle on you. Like they're all about the angles. They want to distract you so that they can shoot it from a different angle, or they might just use their ultimate and run away. I feel like most people use their ultimate to like play defensively, not really offensively. It's just like they get shot up a couple times and then they just use their ultimate and run away. I feel like his kit could be used very well to get good punches off, but people don't use it like that. I feel like people use it for defensive purposes, which is interesting. That being said, yeah, like I'm gonna put him in C. He's not. It doesn't happen very often that I don't get punched by Mirage, hardly at all, honestly. Octane, I'm gonna put Octane in an A. Actually, no. I'm gonna put Octane in B because in A, Octane's very aggressive. Octane always punches you before matches in arenas all the fucking time because Octane mains are bored as hell and they need something to do, right? So what else are they gonna do? They're gonna punch you. They might wall jump, whatever, but they're going to punch you before arenas matches for no fucking reason. But in Battle Royale, they're not going to punch you off the drop. They're going to fucking stim away because that's what they do. They're going to land next to somebody and then they're going to stim away. Like, literally, it's actually hilarious. If you listen, when you drop in Battle Royale, if you drop next to an Octane, every time it's just funny because it's just like faster, like because they use their fucking like tactical or whatever. It happens every time when you drop next to an Octane. An Octane mate has to use their Q right off the drop. It's illegal not to. Pathfinder is an A. Pathfinder's an A because they just want to grapple you towards them and punch your ass. It's as simple as that, honestly. I honestly, like, Pathfinder's face is ingrained in my head because I've gotten punched out by Pathfinders way too much. But yeah, it's just, that's what those Pathfinder mates want to do. They want to get up close and personal with their grapple and finish you and, like, you know, take some shots with the submachine gun and then fucking punch your ass to death. It's really, yeah. Rampart, it's D Because Rampart's just going to sit back. Rampart's not going to punch you. Rampart's obviously going to sit back underneath her cover and just take you out from long distance or mid-range or whatever. They're not going to take you out from close range. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to punch you. I really don't think I've ever been punched out by a Rampart because Ramparts don't get close to me in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Revenant is a tough one. I don't know. Revenants are such pussy players. So, like, without the totem, there's no shot they're going to punch you. But with the totem, it'll probably happen, honestly. I'm going to put them in B. I'm going to say they're average when it comes to wanting to punch you. Because, like, if they get some damage on you, they're going to keep pushing you, right? And they'll probably have an opportunity to punch you. It's such a tough one to grade there. Because I don't see very many people... I don't really get punched out by Revenant very often, but he has a good kit to get off some of those good punch finishers. So yeah, I'm gonna put him on the B. Seer, Seer's tough as well. Man, so I'm gonna skip Seer for now. I'm gonna go to Valkyrie because I actually have an idea for Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a C. It's kind of similar to Bangalore. Bangalore's just gonna Valkyrie's just gonna run away. So many panic runaways with Valkyrie, like panic fucking flying away type of shit. That's their first priority. They're not gonna punch you. They're gonna run away. That's their first priority. So I'm gonna put them in a C because, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. The only time I see a Valkyrie punching is when they're punching me before an arenas match, because that's just all they. I don't know. That's what they do. Watson's not gonna punch you. Watsons are too nice to punch you. That's just not gonna happen. They might punch you because you're slowing them down because they're so fucking goated at the game that they might be pissed off at you because you're like not putting up a 5K like they do every single match. But that's the only reason they're gonna punch you. Like, they're not gonna punch you because like they want to kill you, because they're just too nice for that. Wraiths are
suck.
Wraith
Suck.
Wraith is such an
Suck.
it's ridiculous. It's actually dumb. Like, Wraith mains are obviously like not good enough at gun skill. Like, they always like don't kill you with the gun because they aren't good enough with it. So they need to punch you out instead. Or you might be a predator and they're punching you out. They're punching you out based on your trail because they aren't good enough to kill you. But that's just how Wraiths are. They can't handle the fact that they aren't that good, so they need to punch you out to prove themselves that they are good. And then comes Seer, which I skipped earlier. Seer's so tough. Seer's like, ever since the nerf, I don't see Seer very often. I'm debating between A and B. I'm gonna put Seer in A because Seer obviously wants to ping you. Seer wants to fucking get your information, and when he does get his information, most of the time he's gonna be aggressive unless it's like a long range ping. Then that's a different story. But Seer's gonna be aggressive when he gets your information, which aggression probably means that he's gonna try to punch you out. He's gonna attempt to do it. He's gonna probably fail though, because like he's gonna solo push in 1v3 and it's not gonna go well. But besides that, like, I've gotten punched out by Seer a couple times. I really have, and it's mostly because I'm low health, whatever. But Seers are usually played pretty aggressively. That's just how they are. Like, I don't know why Seer and Bloodhound, they're both played pretty aggressively because they probably just know the information, obviously, so you want to play aggressive. But yeah, it's simple as that.